Come on up in the Lord's house. He shall condole. Come on up in the Lord's house. He shall condole. Come on up in the Lord's house. He shall condole. Robobo shanda, ibobo shai condole. Oh yes. Hey, Reese Boo. And the other three people that's watching it ain't said nothing yet. But hello to the three, all y'all. Hey, Bush bitches. How y'all doing? How y'all doing up in the bushes tonight? Yes. How y'all doing? Hey, Monica. Hey, Aunt Pee Wee. Hey, Auntie Pee Wee. Do I need to sing the song again for y'all? Do I need to sing the song again? Come on up in the Lord's house. He shall condole. Come on up in the Lord's house. He shall condole. Come on up in the Lord's house. He shall condole. Robobo shanda, ibobo shai condole. Oh yes. Come on up in the Lord's house. Yes. Yes. Hey, Monte Boo, how you doing? Come on up in Jesus' house tonight. Yes. Hallelujah. Hey, Melissa. It's pillow talk time, girl. Hey, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Let me tell y'all, I gotta shout out our ride or dies. Cause it's some of y'all that watch me and Tramel that are truly ride or dies. I mean, really ride or dies. Y'all pay attention to things going on that we don't even think y'all pay attention to. And then when y'all making sure things ain't right, y'all get on my phone and text me, Joseph, what's going on? And I appreciate that. I just want y'all to know I appreciate that. All my ride or dies, that's really ride or die. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Yes. Shanda. Cause you don't always get you a ride or die. Some people tell you they ride or die, but they be phony. Yes. Peace Cup, I didn't realize I was on the phone with you all day. I did not realize until we hung up that I was literally on the phone with you all day. Cause just like I said, you a hot mess. I know Erica missing the song. Well, when she watched the replay, she could see it. That's why I sang it twice. Y'all, I am so cold. I don't even know why I'm cold. Oh, don't worry, Tramel coming. Tramel is coming.
Hello.
Oh, well, there he go.
Hello.
There he goes.
Had me at hello. Lord Jesus.
I know Erica missing the song.
Hey, everybody. What's going on, everybody?
How y'all doing, everybody?
What's popping, everybody?
No, Auntie P, we not up there no more. We moved. I told you we moved. So we not in the snow capital no more. We
Praise God.
we back down in yonder in New Jersey.
Yes, Lord. Yes,
We
Jesus.
not in the snow capital upstate New York no
It
more.
was 70 degrees today.
Yes, y'all. Y'all about to see us on People's Court. Y'all are about to see me and Tremel on People's Court. So stay tuned. You gonna see me with Judge Million.
Yeah, because our landlord, he trying to play us.
Yep, because he too busy listening to that little fat raisin.
No, I think he really trying not to give us our security
Hey,
deposit.
Tyrone and Famous. Well, he could try it, honey. He would be sitting his ass right on people's court. Because he already messed up because he ain't notify us in 12 days. So we automatically won. And not only did we won triple. We already won triple our security deposit.
I called him and he hung up on me.
Oh, honey, he tried it. But don't worry, he gonna get hey Whiskey Blue. Uh, but don't worry, honey, he gonna get one fierce text message from me. Believe that. Believe that when I tell you. He keep listening to that little fat raisin if he wants to, honey. Because I know this fat raisin that's giving him information.
Mm-hmm.
He can keep listening to that little fat raisin if he wants to.
He probably saying if he called, don't pick up the phone.
hmm But
Mm-hmm.
but
Gag
what
Nation.
you realize is, like they like to say, we like to go live. You fail to realize that the first thing I'm going to do is put his ass on TV and make a spectacle out of him.
He gonna be holding the legendary pose.
Hmm. He gonna be holding a legendary pose with um Judge Million. Yes, he will, cause I'm already done looked it up. Hey, Whiskey Blue. And who is Whiskey Blue? That could be a nice little song, honey. I
You
can
know who
make a
that
song.
is.
I can make a song out of that.
Whiskey Blue.
Whiskey Blue, Ishala Kandala, Robobo Shanda. You
Mm.
gonna have me singing another song? I'm gonna have to create another song.
Yeah. Oh, y'all, let me tell y'all something. Y'all gonna be when we come back
We need to
in
wait.
June.
We need to. Well, I need to know who you are, Whiskey Blue,
Whiskey Blue.
because I don't be just connected with anybody,
Well,
honey.
welcome to the chat, Whiskey Blue. Welcome to the McCray-King's Corner. That's what you got to say. Welcome to the McCray-King's Corner, Whiskey Blue.
Auntie Pee Wee,
Everybody, welcome Whiskey Blue to the McCray-King's Corner.
Auntie Pee Wee, you're absolutely right. But the problem with it that he messed up is the law in New York City and New York State is you have to notify us within 12 days whether you're going to keep it or whether you're going to give it back to
And
us
what you gonna
and
keep it
how
for?
much you're keeping it and why you're keeping it. You have to give us a detailed letter. So once you don't send that letter to your tenant, they automatically get their security deposit back
Treble damages.
times 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't do it, it's times 3. So me and Tramel already won the case without having to even go to court because he never sent us a letter stating that he wasn't giving it back or what he was holding it for or whatever.
I ain't got no problems going virtual on people's court.
Reese Cup, you know what's up, Reese Cup. Monica, you know what's up too.
Y'all, let's talk about Wendy Williams. What y'all think? Wendy Williams. They say now Wendy Williams, right? They say that Sherry Shepherd is going to be doing her show until the end of the contract. Hmm.
Yeah, each state has different laws on TPW.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a law in New York.
Yeah, that's a law in New
I
York.
mean, there's some other states that if they don't notify you within a certain amount of time, they have to pay you the amount plus like maybe 1% or 5% or whatever.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? Let me say this. And I hope I don't sound bad saying this because I know it's a lot of Wendy fans out there. But I'm a true believer in you get what you give in life. And Wendy has she made a lot of friends, but she created a lot of enemies by some of the things that she would say about people. And it seems like everything that she did to people is coming back on her, especially Nene Leakes. She did Nene Leakes foul. So a lot of stuff that she did to people is coming back on her. Now, I tell people this all the time: be careful. Be careful what you do to people, because you don't never know how you gonna get it back. You got to be a good person in life, because if you do something to somebody, trust me when I tell you, if you do something foul to somebody and you know you wrong, trust me when I tell you, it's coming back on you 100-fold. And it's coming back on Wendy 100-fold. She got that lymphedema. She done lost her mind. They say she was playing with herself. There's a lot of sexual harassment. There was a lot of sexual harassment behind the scenes. And the only reason why we didn't hear about it was because a lot of people were paid off. They say Wendy Williams was playing with herself in front of people, mostly DJ Booth, but they said she was playing with other people. Um, you know, um,
Like when they would come to our
you
house.
know, on the staff, and
Yeah,
in the
when they would come to
studio.
our house.
No, at the studio, they
But
said she was
most
doing
of
it.
it they said
They said she
happened
was sexually harassing
when it was
people at the studio.
coronavirus.
And so, you know, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. Now, coming from the entertainment industry, I've always known the dislike of Wendy Williams in the hip hop community. I don't know if you people that's from New York or from New Jersey, y'all remember back in the day, when hip hop first started. Wendy Williams was an enemy of people in hip hop. She did things to Puff Daddy. She reported, she tried to say that he was gay, or he was sleeping with Mace. She was just telling all kinds of stuff without substantiating. She didn't have no receipts and stuff. She was just going by things that she heard. She did it to Tyrese. She did it to Missy Elliott. She did it to Toto. She created so many enemies in the hip hop community in New York. As Toto was gonna come, they was waiting for her outside the radio station one day. They was gonna beat her. So
Melissa, you ain't never lied.
um, and then you know what I used, and believe it or not, I used to love Wendy. I used to love Wendy Williams, and Joseph will tell you, I used to get up and watch her show every day. I would record her show so that I wouldn't miss it. I would schedule my doctor's appointments around her show. But when she made that slur, that gay slur, I was done with her. I was done with her because she showed everybody who she really was that day when she made that gay slur. To me, that was unforgivable. That was the ultimate unforgivable moment for me, for her. And I said, you know what? I don't mean her, I don't wish her no good. And I didn't. I didn't wish her no good. I was hoping and praying that something happened to her. And you know what? It happened. I said, you know what? Something bad gonna happen to her. And it did. Now she is just incapacitated. They done locked
Give me
her
that. Give me
account.
that plug.
They done locked up her accounts and stuff like that. She can't even get money out the bank because they said that she's not responsible enough. So she got somebody. She got somebody handling her money. I think her son is handling her money for her. Um, but she created a lot of enemies. She created a lot of enemies, and she's done a lot of stuff to a lot of people.
Oh yeah, Whitney Houston was gonna rock that knot
Oh yeah,
too.
Whitney Houston was gonna beat her ass. That's what Whitney Houston was gonna do. I don't know if y'all, if and y'all, and look it up on YouTube. If you ain't never heard that interview that Whitney Houston did with her, oh, you got to go and listen to that. And there's another interview you got to listen to. Tresh from Naughty by Nature. Tresh from Naughty by Nature went in on her.
And Judge Mathis.
Judge Mathis, Method Man. Method Man went in on her. She told everybody that Method Man's wife had cancer, and he didn't want that information to get out because her family didn't know. And Wendy Williams, she went and told the whole world that his wife had cancer, and his wife's family was like devastated. They didn't even get a chance to sit down and talk to the family about her having cancer. Wendy Williams was a vicious woman. She was a vicious woman. And then You know, from what I heard, Nene Leakes used to come up here to New York and hang out with her and party with her and stuff like that. And for her to do what she did to Nene Leakes
Thank you,
on
Auntie Pee Wee.
what's that show that they have? Watch What Happens or something like that
Mm-hmm.
on talking about the Real
Watch what
Housewives of
happens
Atlanta.
live.
Yeah, Watch What Happens Live. She just talked about Nene like she was a dog, like she didn't even know her. She was just saying some horrible things about her. And look at her now. Look at her now.
Tabitha put the voodoo on, honey.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what they say. They say Tabitha put the voodoo. Now, if y'all don't know that content, you know that this content creator, she's a famous content creator
Tabitha
now.
Brown.
Tabitha Brown. She started out as a content creator on Facebook, and she used to do like vegan meals and stuff like that. She would show you how to do vegan stuff, and she became popular, so popular that she was able to secure, you know, a role in Hollywood on one of the top shows, which is The
And she wrote a
Shy.
book and she got other
She wrote a
endorsements.
book. She got all these endorsements. She got like $1 million endorsements and stuff like that. And so she had made the decision that she was going to allow her husband to retire. And Wendy Williams had something to say about it. Well, Miss Tabitha, she said something in a real nice way, honey. What did she? I can't even remember. I gotta pull it. I gotta
Miss
pull that
Wendy
up.
girl, I hope and pray that you understand and know love like I do.
Hmm. And after that, that's when everything started going downhill for Miss Wendy Williams. Gag Nation started setting in on her. They done caught her puffing on a hookah, on a vape.
Right, like you said, Melissa. Tabitha was like, "Baby, you don't want it from me. Now
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and be, go ahead and be great." Like
Mm-hmm.
you said, Monica, she was nice, nasty.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she was.
She said, "If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all."
Mm-hmm. She sure did. But y'all, Wendy Williams, when y'all look at Wendy Williams, please take a book, a page from the book of you get what you give in life. You get, and y'all always remember that. Whatever you give in this life, you're going to get it back. If you give goodness, you're going to get goodness back. Now, I know there's this saying that nice guys and nice women don't finish, they always finish last. That's not true. Your blessing is coming one day. It's coming. All you got to do is just sit and wait on it. It's like the Clark sister said, all you got to do is meditate on it. You got to focus on it, focus and concentrate on it, and just wait on it.
And if you're not having a nice, good day, baby, don't you go around and mess up nobody
Yeah,
else's.
don't be going out there and doing vindictive things to people
That's what Miss
because you're
Tabitha says,
envious
honey.
of
That's what
them
Miss
and stuff
Tabitha
like that
says.
because you're going to get it back.
If you're not having a nice day, don't you go mess up nobody else's.
Mm-mm. No, you don't do stuff like that.
Mm-mm.
I was raised, I
No,
was
sir.
raised.
Wait. Take.
Hold on.
Wait.
I got it
What?
right here. It's right here.
Oh,
I was
put it
raised to
above the top.
always, huh?
Put it over.
Oh, I was raised to always treat people the way I wanted to be treated, and that's what I've always tried to do in life. I've always tried.
Hey, Terry.
I've always tried to treat people the way I wanted to be treated, and for that reason, I don't have no enemies. And if I have a enemy out there, I don't even know who they are. But I've always treated people the way I like to be treated. I think that is just the the one motto that everybody should follow
Well,
in
I
life.
treat people the way I want to be treated, but some of these bitches don't understand that, honey. And they try to make me act like a complete
No, no, no. Let
asshole
me tell you something. If somebody do
because
something to me, if you do something to me, oh, you gonna gag. Gag Nation gonna
they
set
be
in on
trying to
you.
make
I ain't
me
no
act
damn
like
fool.
they be trying to make me act like a fool because I be trying to treat them nice the way I want to be
No,
treated.
I
And
treat people nice, but if you try it with me, Miss Sing, oh, if you try it with me, Miss Sing, you gonna gag.
they just
I'm
go
gonna get your
on and
ass. I'm
act a
gonna get
damn
your
fool.
ass back. I promise you. If you try something with me, I'm going to get you back. Period. Period. That's it. I used to always tell people, You know, I remember this one boy told me he was gonna punch me in my face. I told him, I said, "Yeah, punch me in my face, bitch,
Hey,
and you better
Trisha.
move to a whole nother motherfucking state, cause I'm telling you, I'm going to find you, and I'm going to kill you. Period. Point blank. I'm gonna kill you. You don't ain't nobody better not never put their hands on me. You put your hands on me, and depending on the severity of it all, you are really going to come together." Because I'm not a violent person,
Yes,
but
a lie.
I can be violent.
Oh, you's violent, honey.
I can be violent.
Very.
Yes, I can be violent. I'm a vicious
I'm not a
violent.
violent person.
No, I'm a vicious violent person. I don't mess with nobody. But if you mess with me, oh baby, I can be a vicious person, or I can be vicious. I can be vicious because if
Okay,
you
well,
put your
welcome
hands
back,
on me,
Terry.
I'm definitely coming for you. I'm coming for you. That's like it pissed me off when that boy said he was gonna punch me in my he was gonna knock me out. Oh my God. I wanted to child. Well, I'm gonna leave that alone. That's in the past. I don't even know if I got haters. Well, you know, y'all know the McCray Kings got a lot of haters out there. Y'all know that, right? I don't know why. We don't do stuff
But
for
let me tell
people.
you something, honey. My ride or dies, like I said, they keep me informed, honey. They will be on my phone in a heartbeat,
Yes.
and I'll be like, "What? How you know that? What made you ask
Let
me
me tell you
that?"
something. That's the one thing that I love about our platform. We do got haters out there, but we have
Child,
subscribers out there that are loyal. They'll pick up the phone and be like, Joseph and Tramel, okay, what's going on?
I got my ride or dies, honey. Like no shade, they like little pit bulls, honey. They are just sitting there waiting for some of y'all active fucking fools to get on the phone and tell me and ask me, Joseph, what's going on? Do we need to handle this? I be like,
Hmm.
well, how you even know this is going on? Me and Tramel ain't even never said nothing about that because I pays attention.
And Terry Hughes, not only will you hurt somebody about your husband's, trust me, you let somebody mess with my husband. Oh, honey, that's like a cat. I'll be like a feral cat scratching your eyeballs out. Nobody messes with my husband, and my husband will tell you the same thing. Ain't nobody gonna mess with me as long as he around. And Trisha, I'm like you too. I let karma do what it do.
Exactly, because I ain't got time.
Hmm. I let karma do what it do. For the most part, when people like verbal shit, like when people talk verbal shit and be talking shit and telling lies and stuff like that, I kind of sort of like let that go unless you really try it. I usually let it go because usually those people that be popping that verbal shit and being messy and all that shit, it usually comes back to them anyway. So I just let the universe take care of it.
I don't
Hmm.
even care because half of them just talk shit because they can. And then if you get on the phone with them or see them in person, they ain't got shit to say.
Hmm.
They whole story change.
Yeah.
That's why I don't waste my time.
Yeah.
I just don't,
Well,
cause
it's
we already know I can verbally assassinate a bitch and make you want to kill yourself.
okay.
So I ain't got time for all of that.
Yeah.
We know I've already done it.
Yeah. My mouth is already lethal. You know, my mouth is already lethal. I have my PhD in reading, honey.
Y'all saw me in action and all y'all was like, "Ooh, Joseph is mad, honey."
Yes, honey. I have my PhD in reading, honey. I will read a
Cause I
bitch
don't
from
normally,
head to toe. I
I
will
don't,
read you, honey.
I don't like to get like that.
Me neither. I don't like to read people.
But when I do,
But yeah, child. But when I do, girl, you better watch
just
yourself.
know and understand that I have had all that I could take.
Mm-hmm.
And like somebody said to me today, you know when Joseph mad because he say fuck you and fuck your life.
Thank you, Whiskey Blue. Whiskey Blue. Whiskey Blue says she loved he or she. Whiskey Blue said that they love us. Thank you so much, Whiskey Blue. We love you too.
Yes.
No, you know what I tell people? You can
Thank you, Auntie Pee
tread
Wee.
lightly. Tread lightly, honey. Okay, you can say whatever you want to say about me. You can feel whatever way you want to feel about me, but you better tread lightly, Mister. You better tread lightly, girl. Cause honey, if I get a hold of you and you try it, there's no telling. It's just like the Kraken. Y'all ever seen that movie Clash of the Titans? I am the Kraken, honey. And Medusa cannot turn me to stone. I am the Kraken, yes.
I ain't got time for all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I just really don't.
I am. I'm the Kraken,
When
honey.
you put me over the edge, it's because I done had enough. And I
Yeah.
done let you sit back and play a little bit too long
My
and too
husband keep
much.
telling me because I've seen him upset. I've seen him mad. He said, Tramel, you ain't never seen me mad. He always tell me that. Joseph always tell me. He be
You
like,
haven't.
Tramel, you have never really seen me mad. And I'm like, well, I've seen you mad. He's like, no, you know, that's just a tea taste. Now, child, I haven't seen him mad, honey. I be looking at him like a deer and caught in the headlights, child. I thought he was gonna beat me one day, and I was like, ooh. Child, I shouldn't have did that. I thought he was gonna get me. He said, Tramel, that ain't nothing. I was like, ooh, okay.
Mm-mm. I had to learn to control my anger. At least try to. And I do a very good job of it. I do.
Oh, I know who Whiskey Blue is. I know who Whiskey Blue is. You know who Whiskey Blue is?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to Whiskey Blue. Shout out to Whiskey Blue. You know what? I'm gonna have a contest. Mm. Y'all, well, he done gave it away, so I can't even do the contest. But Whiskey Blue was a guest on my show.
I know.
Up close and personal.
You just figured that out.
Hmm?
You just figured that
Yes,
out.
I just figured it out because
He said it a long time ago without saying it.
I listen. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you, Whiskey Blue. Me and you, we gonna fight.
Auntie Pee Wee said the only saw I heard y'all mad. One time it was vicious. Oh yes, Auntie Pee Wee, you heard me that morning when you heard me that morning when I
What?
went in, honey. Yeah, she said she heard us mad one time, and she said it
Oh
was
yeah,
vicious. Oh
I
yes,
remember
that
that.
was because I had had enough.
Yeah,
I had just
I
had
remember
enough.
that. Yeah, I
And I
remember
had
that.
literally sat and said, I told Tramel, don't do what you about to do. And when he did it, when he went live, I just couldn't take it no more. And I like
Oh, I
just
remember that.
went in and lost it.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I just couldn't take it no
Yeah, I
more.
don't like to get mad like that. I really don't.
Because I was just so over it. It was like, come on now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You people in Jersey, we looking for people to join us in our studio audience. Yes, we looking for y'all to join us for our studio audience. So if you're interested in getting tickets to the new M King Morning Show, well, it's not gonna be. It's going to be called the M King Show. So if you guys that are interested in tickets for the M King Show, you have to send us an email asking for a ticket, and we will secure you a ticket in our studio audience because when we come back in June, we're going to be live and we're going to have a studio audience as well. So, you guys that are interested, that live in the New York, New Jersey tri-state area, you want tickets for the M King show? Y'all better get y'all better send them emails to us so we can get y'all tickets. Now, seats are limited. Seats are very, very limited. I'm not going to tell you how many people how what capacity of the audience members we will be able to have, but it's going to be on a first come first serve basis.
Get one for you and your girlfriend's girlfriend.
Hmm. So even if you're visiting, if you plan on visiting New York or New Jersey this summer, you plan to come
We'll
up
give you
here,
all the show dates.
just send us your email letting us know when you're going to be here, and we will make sure that we get you a ticket to our show.
So
But
you could come and see the Kings live.
yes, you will be seeing us live. So we're going to have a brand new studio space, and we're going to have a live studio audience. That's just one of the things that we have planned for y'all. Y'all, we got coming up. We got a seafood dinner that we're going to be doing. That's going to be in March. Then we have Joseph's birthday coming up. We're going to do a birthday party for Joseph
In
in
April.
April. And then, of course, we're going to be participating in Pride. I'm trying to get it. Well,
Well, now
we're trying to do New York Pride.
we might not be able to do that
Yeah, we might not be able to do
because
New York
that's our
Pride.
wedding
Yeah,
anniversary.
that is our anniversary, but we may, if we can get up on a float for our
Well,
anniversary, that'd be cute.
if we do something else, that'll be even cuter.
Yeah, yeah. So, y'all, big things are happening for the McCray Kings. Trust me, we are elevating ourselves to the next level of what the M Kings will be.
And shout out to Tisha Gary. That was an amazing book signing we
Oh my
went to
God,
the
yes, it
other
was.
day.
Yes, it was.
Oh, it was really, really
Yes,
good.
I'm gonna have her on my show soon as well. So y'all look out for that. Tisha Gary, she wrote a book, and
If y'all saw the
yes,
live,
it's a phenomenal book, and she is a phenomenal person. Um, as a matter of fact, the next time we go live, I'm gonna have all her information for you, so you guys can go out and purchase her book. It's a book. It's a book. She wrote a book. It's really a journal on what she endured with anxiety, and y'all know, and I know a lot of y'all, unbeknownst to you, you may be having anxiety attacks and stuff like that, and that's all a part of mental health. It's all a part of mental health. you know Anxiety, if you don't know whether or not you suffer from anxiety attacks, you have to look for the signs. When you're having an anxiety attack, it can cause you to have shortness of breath. It can cause you to just lose your balance, and just you ever get in that place where you just gotta sit down and you can't breathe and you can't move, and you just need to just take a moment to collect yourself. You may be having an anxiety attack. So guys, make sure that you're taking care of your mental health. You guys, I always talk about mental health. I always tell y'all about mental health because I am somebody that endures mental health. I don't look at it as a crutch. I accept what I have. I am bipolar disorder. I have PTSD. I also sometimes can suffer from depression. But my biggest issue is adult ADD. And I'd be driving my husband crazy. I'd be driving Joseph crazy. He'd be like, Tramel, would you sit still? And I'd be telling him, you don't understand how I feel. When you have adult ADD, it's like your mind races, and you're always fixated on doing something, always moving something. Joseph will tell you, I have, like, on my nightstand, I'm always moving things. And he'd be like, Tramel, what are you doing over there? And I'm like, Joseph, I'm just moving things around. I got, I be looking at my
all while I'm
medication.
asleep, I hear clickety clack, clack, clack,
hmm
clickety clack, clack,
He
clack.
will be in the midst of his sleep and he'll suck his teeth and go, and I'm like, but I can't help it. I be trying to help it. And then, guys, I have insomnia as well. So I'm up at 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6 o'clock in the
Playing with
morning.
medicine bottles.
I'm like just doing stuff. Sometimes I'll get up at like 3 a.m. in the morning and do my hair or put makeup on. I just be just doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's I have it a little bit more under control now. But it's not easy, and it's really not easy now dealing with what I'm dealing with. I have a family issue that I'm dealing with. Um, guys, I don't know how many of you guys out there have parents that are elderly, but my mother is in her elder years, and it's been very difficult. It's been very, very difficult for our family to deal with my mom in her elder years. I don't really want to go into it because I want to keep my mother in what she's going through. I want to keep that private. But all I can tell you is, guys, just keep me in your prayers, because I'm really in crisis mode right now when it comes to my mom. And I just really need your prayers and your encouragement. Because dealing with an elderly parent, um, is not easy. You have to make so many decisions. You have to do so many things. There's so many things that you know happens, and a lot of it, guys. A lot of my anxiety comes from the way I was raised. I was raised. I'm raised. I was raised Southern. If anybody knows what that means, anybody that lives in the South knows what I'm talking about. When you raise in the South, your upbringing is totally different from people that were raised up like Joseph. As disciplined, as much of a disciplinary as his grandmother was, he had a voice. You know, when I was growing up, we didn't have a voice. We kids were seen and not heard. When company came over, you had to go in your room. I wasn't raised like, you know, other people were raised. There was always some type of, disciplinary or some type of order or some type of corporal punishment. My grandmother used to say, if you ever make a switch, honey, I'm gonna tear your ass up. You know, Joseph said his grandmother used to bring them in the house and make them pray. And he used to be like, "Oh, grandma, could we please hurry up?" And he would just get popped in the mouth. You know, but his upbringing was totally different from mine. Joseph told me he used to walk across his grandmother coffee table. I said, "Child, if I would have did that, I wouldn't have had no damn
I was
legs."
doing runway.
Yeah, but I like I said, I was raised as a Southern boy, you know, and people from the South will tell you being raised in the South is totally different from being raised in you people at you people in the North. That's where I'm from. That's where my roots are from. I grew up in the South. I grew up, in the South. And so, we say yes ma'am and no ma'am. And see, my mom, I still have that. It's so crazy. My mom can say something to me right now, and I'm that 10-year-old boy,
Ah, my mother wish she had that
because
much
she
power.
looks at me like I'm 10 years old. You know what I'm
My
saying?
mother
And I
wish
be
she had that
and
much
now,
power
but
over me,
but but
child.
nowadays I have to really catch myself and say, Tramel, you're 54 years old. You have a voice, and I'm just starting. I just started to get a voice with my mom about 4 years ago when I got married to Joseph. I just, you know, got a voice, and it's because of Joseph that I have a voice. And y'all don't even know, I the way I am now, as passionate as I speak, and I speak about things. I didn't used to be this way. I was very um you know um I'm not gonna say closed minded. I was very
Puss like.
coy. I was I was very quiet and coy. And then Joseph, when I got married to Joseph, he was like, Tramel, you have a voice. You have a voice in this world. You got to stop allowing people to say whatever they want to say to you, and just being okay with it.
Okay, because honey, them same people
And
can't do that to me because I've been done cursed them bitches out.
and that's how I got my voice. From being around Joseph, because Joseph grew up in Brooklyn. He grew up in Brooklyn, so his upbringing was totally different
Hey,
than mine.
Carrington.
And so when we got together, he was like, Tramel, no, you ain't gonna be acting like this with me. He used to be like, Tramel, you ain't gonna be acting like this with me. You're gonna have to learn how to speak up. And that's what I had to learn how to do. I had to realize, you know, I had to
Hey,
learn how to
Dwayne. Hey,
speak up. I was 50 years old when we got married,
hey, James
and I
Sutter.
had to learn how to speak up for myself. Now, child, you mess with me now, child. And Gag Nation. Dwayne, I'm gonna punch you in your face because you were supposed to call me days ago.
Hey, Jojo.
Hey, JoJo.
Shout out to the people on Facebook
Yeah,
that's
shout out
coming
to the
through.
people on Facebook that's coming through.
I'm 50 and my mom was still bust. Let me tell y'all something. When Tramel used to just tell me stuff, I be sitting there laughing like, your mother told you what and you did what? Child, I look at my mother in a minute and say, I'm a grown ass man. You better rethink that, lady.
Joseph and Joseph, I just started cursing in front of my mother. Like I don't need to say big curse words. I say curse words like shit and
Now,
damn.
see, I wouldn't say that in front of my mother.
What?
Shit.
I say shit in front of my
I
mother in
would
a
say
minute.
damn and hell, but I wouldn't
But
say
my mother
like
sometimes she'd be like, Terrell,
I
you
might
cursing
if
too
I'm
much.
telling her something and I get excited, I
Hmm.
might and I'd be like, "Ooh," and she be like, "Child, I know that mouth is filthy." I'm like, "Okay, well, since you know, ma, let's keep it that way."
Now my mother don't watch she don't watch our show. But child, if she watched our show and hear how I be cussing, oh child, she be on the phone in a
Child,
minute.
my mother would have lived if she was alive. She'd have been trying to get on the show. She'd have been like, "When you gonna have me on there, Joe?"
Hmm.
See, that's the one thing I like about my mother, cause she realized, when she tried to that okey doke and tell me I'm the mother and you're the son. I said, okay, but I'm not 9 years old. I'm grown.
My mother tell me I owe
I'm
her.
grown.
She said I owe her. She said she went into labor with me. And I was a preemie too. My mother said I was in in labor for 20 hours, honey. She said you owe me. So
Child, I ain't never listened when I was young. So I don't even know why somebody thought I was going to listen when I got older.
mm,
I used to take one for the team.
mm-mm.
My grandmother used to beat my ass all the time.
But
Jojo.
but what was funny, you used to tell me you used to run in the bathroom and lock the
I
door.
used to run from a child. I used to give her a workout, honey. I used to make her run all around the house to catch me,
Mm.
to give me a beating.
That was, what was so funny about that. My sister used to run from my mother, and my sister was cross-eyed, so her eyes was like this, Joseph. Her eyes was cocked like a pistol. So my mother would chase her around the house, and she would be crying, and she would be like this, and her eyes would be crossed. And my mother said she would laugh so hard that she would just not even beat my sister because she said she was so funny. Her eyes looked so
Child.
funny. No, well, my
I
sister
used to
ain't
make my
cross-eyed no
grandma.
more. She had an operation.
I used to make my grandmother chase me around the house, and then lock myself in the bathroom. Well, it wasn't no real lock, but I would hold the bathroom door so she couldn't get
Did
in.
you ever come out and she was right there?
Oh, she would tell me if I don't come out, it was going to be worse. So I just at that point I would be like, either she would give up and walk away, or I would just be like, oh, let me just get this beating over with and get it over with.
Mm-mm.
And then I would make her feel so bad because every time she hit me, I'd just scream at the top of my lungs, I hate you.
Yes, Dwayne. My sister eyes was cocked like a pistol. She was looking at her nose, but she had an operation. My sister had an operation a long time ago, and she ain't cross-eyed no more. When we was kids, she was
I would
cross-eyed.
scream at the top of my lungs and tell her I hate her. Every time she come down with that belt, I'd
Oh,
be
I
like,
used to pretend to have a seizure, child. I remember my mother used to beat me, and I would pretend to have a seizure. And one day she just got tired of me doing it. She said, "Have a seizure, have another seizure. You want to have a seizure? You want to have a seizure?" And she was beating me with that belt. Oh Lord, have mercy! I would get on the floor, honey, and start shaking and rolling my eyes out. My
she,
eyes would be rolling to the top of my head and everything.
my grandmother said, you hate me? Yes, I hate you. I hate you. I think she thought I really hated her.
My cousin Mark, he used to be like, "Just kill me, just kill me."
For a while, I think my grandmother really thought I hated her. I said it so much when she beat me, child.
Really?
She beat me so much that I said it all the time.
What was you doing to get a beating all the time?
Child, always this mouth. You know this mouth. This mouth was always getting me beat, honey.
Lord have mercy. Mm.
Always getting me beat. Come in the house. No. I
Uh-uh.
said I ain't ready to come in the house.
Oh, you gave her very
I,
that.
I was giving very that. And I would
Mm.
get bust in the mouth and I get a beating.
Mm-mm.
You don't tell me that you not coming in the house. Why not? I don't want to come in the
Uh,
house. Bam! I get my ass whipped again.
mm-mm.
You better do
See,
your homework.
see
I'm watching TV.
if I ever tried that. Let me
That's
see.
what I got. You do your home. You got homework? Yeah. Well, turn off that TV and do your homework. No. I said turn off the TV. I'm watching something. When I'm done, I'll turn it off.
Do,
Pop, get popped, and the TV go off.
do you know what would have happened to me if I would have said no like that to my mama?
I was
I
like,
wouldn't be laying.
no,
I would not be here with you right now, child.
I'm watching TV.
I would not be
And
if
when
I
my show go
ever.
off, I'll turn off the TV. I get a beating.
See, I wasn't a smart mouth. I couldn't be no smart child. I wouldn't have no lips.
You gonna eat that food? No, I'm not, cause I don't like it, and I keep telling you I don't want that. But you keep giving it to me, and I don't want it, and I'm not gonna eat it. Pop,
Mm-mm.
and you're gonna make me something else because I keep telling you I don't like it.
Uh-uh.
Pop.
Lord.
My grandmother was always fucking me up, child. Always fucking me up. Give me that. Because of my mouth. My mouth was always getting me in trouble, honey.
Mm.
Always. Or I was beating up some little kid.
Mm-mm.
And then she'd beat me because I've been done. She was watching these two kids one time. Give me the thing.
I was like
And
you too, Melissa. I used to do my homework while I was watching TV.
they
Hey Tristan.
they pissed me off. The boy pissed me off. So well, his sister pissed me off. So I threw her up against the wall. And then he, of course, tried to protect his sister, and I punched him in the face.
Mm-mm.
And then went in the kitchen and got a knife and was gonna stab him.
Well, see, my mother and
And
father.
I was like 12.
My mother and father used to have to come to school for me all the time because I was always beating the shit out of somebody for messing with me. You know, I told y'all, my childhood was so tumultuous. It was so horrible. My childhood was horrible. My mother gets mad at me when I say that. She say, "Don't say that." I say, "Yeah, my childhood was horrible. It was terrible. It was horrible because I dealt with colorism. People used to call me the F word, and they would call me black names like you black spook, creature from the black lagoon, and especially girls. Girls would just look at me and say, "You are so black and ugly." And I would go home crying. Or, I remember one time this girl made me so mad. She kept on talking about me, calling me black names and stuff like that. And I was like, "You better leave me alone. You better leave me alone." And the one thing that you didn't do was talk about my mama. She said, "That's why your mama wear a wig." I went over to her desk and I said, "Say it again." And she said it again. And when I tell y'all, I smacked that girl and she spun like a spinning top. She spun. She was real light skinned too. My handprint was on her face.
Trisha, the only time I did that was when I know I did something really bad and I was really about to get my ass fucked up.
No, I never cried before I got
I
hit.
did. Whenever I know I did something really bad, like I've been times when I did some shit, I said, "Oh, they're gonna kill me." And she came with that belt, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. They provoked me, and that's why I popped them in the head with your glass bowl.
See, you know what? I never cried when my mother and father would come to school for me. Like I said, kids would do things. They would, it was like kids would throw rocks and then hide their hand with me. Like a kid would say like, "He hit me." And after I done knocked the shit out of them, they would say that I hit them first, and the teacher would believe the person over me. So my mother or my father would come to school and be like, they would believe what the teacher said. You know.
Oh, Trisha, yes, honey. I was one of them little kids that would pick something and knock you upside your head with
Oh
it.
yeah, I would pick up something and knock the shit out of you in a minute.
Yes, honey. I remember one time me and my cousin, the Capricorn cousin, had a fight. I bust him right in his face with this paddle, and he took my head and slammed it into them. You know how the projects have them hard cast iron radiators,
Mm-hmm.
and I started crying, and of course I'm screaming like Jesus had just took my life, because I was gonna make it worse than what it was, so my
Mm-hmm.
grandmother could really fuck him up, child. But yes,
Oh, I don't
honey,
even know what you. Let me tell you something. I never
I was
forget.
good for knocking a bitch with something real quick too.
This incident I will never forget. There was this guy named Miles. His name was Miles Roach. I will never forget him. His name was Miles Roach. He used to bully me. He used to make me eat his lunch. He would take my lunch and he would eat my lunch. and he would make me eat his lunch, and his lunch was nasty. My mother would make me stuff like spaghetti and meatballs, or she would make me, she would make me good food. He would take my food and eat my food, and then make me eat his food. And he would always have a ham and cheese sandwich or a bologna sandwich on wheat bread, and he would make me eat it. But one day we was playing in the hallway, and we was just playing, and I didn't even realize what I had done. I had took a pencil and stabbed him in his back with it. When I tell you, when my father got to that school, he came right to my desk. He came in the classroom right to my desk, and he beat me from the classroom all the way to the car. When we got home, he was beating me in the car, and then he beat me in the house, and then when I got in the house, he beat me some more. Mm-hmm. Cause
And that
but I didn't realize that I had really hurt this kid. I stabbed him in the back with a pencil.
I didn't. I was always good in school, and I
Not
guess that
me.
kind of saves me a lot of because like I was always a student and I was always good in school. The only thing they always would tell my mother or my grandmother when they went to open school night was that I sit and talk to the girls too much because I always sat next to the girls, and they was like, he always talking to his little crew. Cause I had my little crew of females, honey, and they was like, all he do is sit and talk to the girls. But you couldn't say I didn't do my work because I did, and I would
Mm.
always pass my tests and stuff. So like that's the only thing that saved me when it came to school was that I wasn't a bad kid. Like in school, I was perfect. But
I mean, I
child,
got good grades, but
when
I used to
school
always
was
beat the shit
over,
out of somebody. I'd beat the shit out of you in a minute.
when school was over,
And see, I was bullied. They say, y'all know they say people bullies are were bullied. I was bullied by people, and so because I was bullied by guys in school, I would bully other guys, you know. And as much
Trisha
as
said from the windows to the
no, I'm
wall.
trying to figure out what the hell a horse apple is. What the motherfucker is a horse apple, honey? She said, I remember I hit this boy in the head with what they call a horse apple. What the hell is a horse apple?
Whatever it is, I'm sure it hurt.
It sounds like it hurt, honey. That sounds like a stick with a ball on it or something.
And it's hard, whatever it is. Whatever a horse apple is, it sound hard, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't want to get hit with one of them because you gonna gag. You gonna gag if you get hit with a horse apple.
Yeah. Ooh, child. I'm gonna beat your ass with a horse apple, Joe.
See,
Child, I'm gonna beat your ass with a horse apple if you move one more damn time. You move, take one false move. I'm gonna beat your ass with a horse
sugar,
apple.
pass me this horse apple so I can whip his ass with it.
Mm-hmm.
And you come with something with a big old knot on the end of it,
Right.
and it's so heavy the stick is bending when you hit him with it.
Oh, I hit this boy one day with a stick, and it was so funny. The knot grew right there on his head.
Child, that's how it was with my.
It looked like a little horn coming out of his head.
That's how it was when my sister popped me in the face with that bat, honey.
Oh, my sister did that. My sister hit me in the face with a those belts that had the magnet on them.
Mm-hmm.
My sister hit me in the face with a belt like that, and the knot just grew right up here in the middle of my head, like I look like a goddamn
Child, my
unicorn.
sister popped me in my face with that wiffle bat, them big
Ooh.
fat plastic bats. She told me leave me alone, and I was like whatever. And I turned that corner, and all I saw was bam, and I got up off the floor, and I had a speed knot size of an egg.
Mm-mm. I
And
remember.
then of course she crying. Oh, she sent me a picture of it. She crying because she know my grandmother was about to whip her ass. And
Mm-mm.
she, I told him to leave me alone, but he wouldn't leave me alone. And I just got
Mm-mm.
tired of him, so I hit him with the bat.
Me too.
Ooh.
Whiskey Blue. I have PTSD from the beatings that I got when I was a kid. Like I told you, um, if y'all, I, oh God, I,
Don't talk about it.
I can't. I can't.
Don't.
I can't because it's just it's too traumatic for me. It is. It's very traumatic for me. So y'all, I don't even talk about it. I really don't. But my childhood was tumultuous. It was for me. It was
Can we find
tragic.
another word?
Hmm. Oh, another word besides tumultuous. I
Yes.
can't describe it no other way.
Horrific.
It was horrific. It was tumultuous. It was
It
horrible. It
was a
was
lot.
terrible. It was kids, and you know what? Kids made my life just as miserable as I'm gonna say my family members. Kids made my life as miserable. My cousins, they didn't make it no better because my cousins would call me names. They would beat on me and stuff like that. I was always getting beat
Okay,
up.
Trisha, I'm gonna check it. I
Hmm.
can't right now because we live, and if I leave it, it's gonna cut you all off because we on my phone. But I'm gonna check it after the live.
No, I'm not gonna go there, Melissa. No, I really can't. I really don't want to go there because I put a lot of that stuff in the past. I had to put it away, and because I put it away, and I've really kind of like gotten over it. I don't really like to revisit it. So, and because I'm really protecting my family as well. You know because I love my mom, I love my dad, and you know, I tell people this all the time. I didn't come with the handbook. I didn't. I didn't come with the handbook. So you know, the corporal punishment that I received as a child was a conditioned corporal punishment because what y'all have to remember is black people were conditioned to
Beat the shit out of their
use
kids.
corporal punishment with their children. It goes back to the slavery days. It goes back to then. You know, you did something wrong, you got a whooping. And so for many many years, black people were conditioned to think that you know corporal punishment was okay, and nowadays it's not okay. And I see I I see so many people like in social media that talk about corporal punishment. Oh, they need to bring it back. They need to bring it back because some of these kids need it. Y'all, let me tell you something. Anybody that tells you, because I hear a lot of people like I put this post up on my Facebook with it's a picture of a woman. She got her son over her knee and she's spanking him. And a lot of people that made comments about it, they said that they need to bring that back. Um, and a lot of people that posted said, my mother and father beat me, but it made me a better person. It didn't do that for me. It didn't do that for me. It didn't make me a better person. It really made
Hey,
me
Ashley.
this scared. I was always scared. Remember we had that
Mm-hmm.
conversation. I told you I was always afraid. In life, I was always afraid. Um, I um, endured a lot of verbal abuse from friends and family members and stuff like that. So I didn't have the confidence that a lot of people had. When I became an adult, I had to develop all that all myself. And I'll tell you guys, I didn't really gain confidence in myself until I was about 50 years old. Until me and Joseph got married. Me and Joseph got married, and Joseph told me, he said, Tramel, be yourself. Don't be your own authentic self. I don't care what that is. I accept you for who you are. I love you unconditionally. And whatever people say about you, you don't have to care. And my pastor, he used to say this all the time, and I believe this to this day. Whatever people think of you ain't none of your business. Really, it ain't. And he's so right. Whatever people think of you ain't none of your business.
Sure I am.
And those are the things that I follow these days. Those are the things that give me confidence. Like nowadays, I don't care what nobody thinks. I don't care what nobody. You could think whatever you want to think about me. You can say whatever you want to say about me. As long as you don't put your hands on me, we fine, honey. Because you put your hands on me, child. Oh, it's going to a whole nother level.
But y'all, we got an early day start tomorrow. So we just wanted to give y'all a pillow talk.
You see what Whiskey Blue said? He said, y'all need to give me a segment on your show from time to time called the Whiskey Blue Perspective. Oh, well, we can do that. We can talk about that. We can talk about that Whiskey Blue. Um, Reese Cup said, no, Trisha said Reese Cup and they're hard like softballs. Like, why do they call a softball when it's a hard at, yeah, it is. Yeah, I never understood why they call softball. You ever got hit with a softball?
Ooh, they ain't soft.
It's not soft, child. Mm-hmm. Well, y'all, let me tell y'all something. We gonna get off of here because Joseph eyeballs is getting real crunchy
Yes,
and
because I
real
gotta get
heavy.
up real
I
early
can see him
tomorrow.
now, child. He got his little eyeballs closed. And little eyeballs is getting nice and crunchy and nice and heavy. And me, I'm bright eyed and bushy tail, y'all. I ain't going to sleep no time soon. I have insomnia. I do. I have insomnia, y'all. Sometimes I can go without sleeping for days and be bright eyed and bushy
Well,
tail.
unfortunately
I'm
for
not
you, I
tired.
don't have that problem.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, sometimes I wish that I could sleep. You know, but it is what it is. I accept it, y'all. This is the journey that God gave me, so I'm on my journey, and that's just a part of my journey. I'm an insomniac. Yeah, I'm an insomniac. I have insomnia, so I'll probably be up until about 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning watching TV or sitting here playing with my hair.
Or messing with me while I'm asleep.
I don't be messing with you. I let you sleep, child. Joseph, you be over there snoring like a cow.
Messing with me while I'm
Don't nobody
asleep.
be messing with you.
Taking pictures and rubbing my face
Oh yeah, I take pictures of you. Yeah, I be taking pictures of him like while he sleep. I might take
and
some
rubbing
pictures
my
tonight.
face.
Yeah, I rub his face. I be rubbing his face. I rub his head. You like when I rub your head. He likes when I squeeze his head. I squeeze because Joseph got a real meaty head. It's meaty. Like if you grab it and just dig your fingers into it, it's like real meaty. It's like a piece of clay.
But
And
listen,
I
get
just
your
be
mind out the gutter.
I just be rubbing it. I just be squeezing his head like a lemon, and he falls right to sleep when I do it. Yeah, them eyeballs is crunchy, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all watching us on all social media platforms, please.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course right here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button because it's free. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you know every time we drop a new video or when we go live. And if you want to become part of the McCray King's Kingdom, then hit that join button and become a lord or a lady at our round table or even a knight. Because in 2022, membership will have its privileges as soon as we get back.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure you check out the McCray King's boutique for everything McCray King's and Dare to Be Different. Because
Mm-hmm.
why would you want to be the same? And you would really want to have coffee with the Kings in the morning
Yes,
with my
exactly.
face and Tramel's face
Exactly.
on a mug.
Mm-hmm.
And if nobody told you today that they love you, just know that me and Tramel love you, and there is absolutely nothing that you can do about it but accept the love and keep it moving and move on.
Yes. And don't forget, y'all need to donate to the McCray Kings platform. We really need your financial support as we are just getting things together for the new season, which starts July 1st.
And again, we're gonna start doing mukbangs. So if you want to sponsor a mukbang, meaning you want to send us the money for the mukbang and tell us where to go get the food, as long as it's someplace near us that we can get to do the mukbang, we have no problem with doing that as
Right.
well.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess with that being said, thank you for coming and listening to another pillow talk with me and Tramel tonight. You know we always enjoy when you spend your evenings or mornings or afternoons with us.
Yes, thank you for taking the time out to come in and just sit with us. And Whiskey Blue, I will call you. I'll give you a call, Whiskey Blue, because you know what? I got to talk about you coming back on my show next season as well. Because
And
everybody enjoyed you.
you know how we end every live. Walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness.
And always remember,
It's T McRae.
all DMZ.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all. We'll talk to you soon.